In this video, I'm going to teach you a great flashy introduction that you can put literally at the beginning of any hymn and instantly level up the whole arrangement. This is how it goes. Stick around to the end of the lesson because I'm going to demonstrate it in two other keys. I'm going to show it in F and then two other keys, and I'll show you a couple of variations to make it easier, or if you want to take it up a little, take it up a level and make it a little more flashy. So this introduction is based on a walk down from the 1 of the key down to the 5. So the 1 of the key, for in the key of F, the 1 is the F. We're going to walk down to the 5, which is the C. And this whole introduction is based off of that movement. So when we walk down to from the F to the C, and this is for the key of F, we're going to go from the F and we're going to go to the flat 7. So instead of playing E, where it usually is in the key of F, we're going to go to the flat 7. And then we're going to walk chromatically, meaning we play half steps until we get to the 5. So the left hand will sound like this. And then the right hand, all it does is it plays an F6 chord. So this is the F chord, F, A, C. The F is the 1 of the F chord, the A is the 3, and the C is the 5 of the F chord. We're going to change this to first inversion. An inversion is when you rearrange the notes of a chord. So instead of playing the F here, we're going to play it here. This is F in first inversion. Then we're going to add the 6 to the chord. So if this is 1, 3, 5, that makes the D the 6, also called the 13. And we're going to play this chord over our left hand movement in between each of the notes. Now when we get to this note right here, we're going to change the right hand chord. Still going to play in between the beats, so we're going to hit that, then we're going to play a diminished 7 chord. B flat, D flat, E, and G. This is a B flat diminished 7 chord. And then when we go to the C, we're going to change this to a different inversion. Same chord, different inversion. Instead of playing it like this, B flat, D flat, E, G, we're going to play the G down here. G, B flat, D flat, E. Now, this diminished 7 chord is actually, they all are notes of a C7 chord. So we've got a C chord in the key of F, the B is flat, which gives us a C dominant 7. So notice, these notes are in our chord, and then we have this one. You say, well, that's not in the C7 chord, but it actually is. It is the 9 of a C7 chord, but flattened, which is a very popular addition to any dominant chord because it adds a lot more tension and makes the resolution to the 1 much more powerful. You'll recognize this sound because it's in a lot of different songs. So to review, we start on the F, our F6 chord in between the notes. When we get to the C sharp D flat, we're going to change to our diminished 7 chord. Then when we hit this, we're going to play this C octave again, and we're going to do a run up the piano on that C, on that diminished 7 chord. So our thumb is going to play the E, 2 finger on G, 3 finger on B flat, and then our left hand is going to help with the D flat right here. Now the reason why we do this is it makes what sounds like a hard run very easy to do. Any beginner could do this with just a little bit of practice because the left hand is helping. And we're able to reset easily. And we can play it very flowing. We can play it very fluidly and quickly with just a little bit of practice. Now you can also play this as a regular C7 chord. So you would play the thumb on the C, 2-finger on E, 3-finger on G, and then the left hand would help with the B flat. And you can use this on any C7 chord in other songs as well. So after you do your run up, the last part of the introduction is we walk up into the F. Now you can do it. You can do it where you still use the flat 7, E flat there, and then to the F, or you can do the 7 as natural 7. I like to still keep the E flat in there. It gives it more of a bluesy sound there as we get into the beginning of the song. But you can do it either way. So the rhythm that you should count here, and the rhythm you can take some liberties with, because as you're starting you can kind of draw out and kind of slow down as you go into that run and then this walk up. Can get you back into the tempo of the song. So if I were to do it and I were to slow it down, so you can take a lot of liberties there. You can go, and you don't have to do it, you don't have to slow down, you can do it all up to speed, you can do a dramatic slow down or a dramatic pause. All that is fine for this intro. But the timing is this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. And then this is basically like the 3rd and 4th beats that we're kind of drawing out. We come right into the song with that walk up. Now a few ways you can change this and make it a little more difficult is, instead of playing in between the beats as 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and, we can do in between the beats as 16th notes, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1 and 2 and 3. Another way I like to do this run with the flat 9, I'll do the diminished chord all the way up, but on the last note, I end on a C. I like to do it that way. That way we get that real clear C7 flat 9 sound. So if you were to play this in the key of G, this is what it would look like. First, go to the 1, find the 1. In the key of G, the 1 is G. That's real easy. We're going to walk down to the 5. The 5 in the key of G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is D. We're going to use the flat 7. So instead of going to F sharp in the key of G, F is sharp, we're going to go to F natural. And then from here, we're going to go chromatically into the 5. And we're going to use our G in first inversion with the 6th added. There's our G chord, G, B, D. We're going to put it in first inversion, D, B, D, G, and add the 13 or the 6. There's our right hand. And it would sound like this. Now when we get to here, we're going to change to our diminished 7 chord. And we're going to come to our D in the left hand, and then change positions here. Then we're going to play our D7 flat 9. So here's the D7, here's the 9, here's the flat 9. So we're going to play this diminished chord up the piano. Thumb on A, 2-finger on C, 3-finger on E flat, then our left hand will help with the F sharp. In the key of C, it would be from the 1 to the 5 in the key of C. The 1 is the C. The 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the G. We're going to walk down using our flat 7. 1, flat 7, then chromatically into the 5. Our right hand chord, it should be C in first inversion with the added 6 or 13. 1 and 2 and 3 and then here is our black note. We're going to build a diminished chord off of it. F, A flat, B, D. We're going to hit our 5 in the left hand, change our inversion of our diminished chord, and then we're going to play our flat 9 run up the piano. It would be on the G7. There's the 9, there's the flat 9. So the way we would do this is thumb on B, 2 finger on D, 3 finger on F, and the left hand helps with A flat. The left hand should always help with a black note, and it should always be a black note that is followed by a white note. That helps the hand over hand movement and resetting go a lot smoother. So there you have it. That's one of my favorite introductions to use, and it really is so simple just to put on the front of any song, and instantly you have a great sounding arrangement. Let me know what hymns you like to use this introduction on. Also leave me a comment down below with what you'd like to learn next as far as hymn playing and church playing. Tap the like button on this video, and if you enjoy content like this, make sure you subscribe to this channel. See you next time.